Welcome to another episode of the Irregular show. I am the host with the most, aka Sleepy Melbourne, in the building. And before we get started, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment below. All right, now let's get into the show. So we start off right where we left off with Grace versus Ari Han. And Grace is not really feeling the most confident inside of this battle, knowing that he really needs to end this before Ari brings out his true sword. However, this does not work. Grace gives it his best attempt, I would assume, but that is met with another piece of the landing being sliced off, with Ari seemingly not having taken a step or movement from the position that he was in up until he swings out and grabs Grace by his throat, launching him into a pillar, and then speaking to him, talking about, "Are you here to pick up AMEZ?" Then, once he realizes that he is, he puts away his sword and says, "Good." He says, "Take AMEZ with you." She says that she wants to leave freely, and so I want to let her. I just wanted to see AMEZ before she left to say goodbye, but I doubt that she would give me the chance to do that. So, with that, Aryahan retreats back into the castle, thinking that, or saying that, his friends, the friends he cherishes, are leaving one by one. To which Jewel responds, "Please say no." He says, "What is he saying now? The one who left, it was you. What are you saying? After doing something like that, what on earth are you saying? Go quickly." So Ari lets him go to get AMEZ, and so he proceeds to go get AMEZ. But unfortunately, Tramurai, since people were upset about me calling him Tarmiel, which is the name that I prefer, Tramurai is notified that Grace is basically in the building. Well, they say an intruder, but we all know it's Grace. And he sends, well, he doesn't send anyone. He goes out to capture him. We switch over to AMEZ, talking to the Yenon family head. And they're really just kind of reminiscing about the old days, climbing up the tower, talking about Tramurai, and really just saying their last goodbyes. Everyone seems to kind of respect AMEZ's decision to leave. Well, almost everyone. Tarmio catches Juvia and then calls Enkidu in and has him transform into Jewel. And this is where I think things go wrong. This is where Tramurai made the mistake. He trusted Enkidu, a beast that he could not control, to follow his orders and not act on his own accord, which I don't believe is going to happen. I believe that this is going to be where we get to see next chapter either Enkidu try and injure AMEZ or get rid of her or take her body. That would be something crazy. But I know that he's going to do something that's going to cause AMEZ's death. And then that's going to lead to Tramurai. In fact, I'm going back to Tarmiel because that's what I like. Tarmiel's death. Not death, but rage and their division and hatred towards each other. Because Enkidu just wants to be a friend, and Tarmiel just wants someone that he can control. But we're still with Yenon. She meets the other heads telling them that she thinks that AMEZ went a different way and that the intruder is somewhere else. Eden leaves, and so does the rest of his group, where AMEZ comes back out and says, let's go. She is going to help her friend escape because that is what her friend has decided to do. Where Eden is helping Trauma Ray, who doesn't want her to leave. But they make it to the room, and they are there having their last little conversation, which turns slightly hostile. Because as AMEZ is getting ready to leave, she does levy one slight against the 10 great heads. But Yenon is not so weak as to take that slight lying down. She responds in kind, saying that her and the other family heads will be the rulers of this tower because they are so much stronger than the other beings, and things have changed, and so that they had to change. And that it's not their fault. But she breaks down, and AMEZ realizes that she has made a transgression against one of her friends. And so she goes and apologizes, like she should. But this apology is the last that we see of AMEZ and Yenon together, with Grace appearing, aka Enkidu, inside of Grace's body, acting weird, talking about, I need to go to the bathroom, saying all kinds of weird things, and not realistically operating in a fashion that he is supposed to. But AMEZ already thinks that Grace is a little bit of a scatterbrain, so she doesn't put anything into it outside of calling her familiar beast, which is a giant crane, which they ride away from the floating castle. No, this is where Grace is, or Enkidu, is getting very annoyed. And it gets real dark. And so I feel like he's going to do something crazy to AMEZ. We have Trauma Ray just staring up into space, talking about AMEZ, where are you going? And that is the end of the chapter. Again, I speculate that AMEZ is in danger from Enkidu. Enkidu is going to do something that trespasses because he doesn't understand the bond between any of these people. And since he doesn't understand, and Trauma Ray's need to be in control of things, he sent something that he couldn't control to try and control the situation. And I don't think that's realistically going to work out in his best favor, especially since Enkidu has his own goals and desires, which are realistically to assume one of the positions of the 10 great family heads, so that way he can truly be Trauma Ray's friend. But other than that, this has been the Irregular show. I am the host with the most, aka Sleepy Melbourne, in the building, and I hope that you guys love the chapter. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. I don't know if I said this was chapter 619, but it was chapter 619. But your boy is out of here. Goodbye.